conferences or Zooms like this. So we're trying to make it fun. We're trying to make it engaging. So the thing is, from what we're doing, we actually opened up our mind, and now we're getting into different verticals that are out in the market, which, we're looking at going into schools. We're looking at, bringing in authors of books, as well as, hang on here, as well as network marketers. I mean, how cool is it to be like, just go right up to someone's door and knock on the door and say, hey, let's connect, right? I don't know if you folks have noticed, but Facebook has been pushing everybody to get an avatar. I think that's already done, but that is their beta test for a platform called Horizon, which back in 2019, September, Zuckerberg came out and said, hey, the thing that's missing in connecting is the virtual presence. So back a year and a half ago, I was already looking into different ways to connect with people and make it fun. So here we are. We're in this virtual world right here. We've been doing every month at the end of the month, last Saturday of the month, we've been doing events and stuff. And what we're looking for is people that would help us get the word out, and most important is demonstrating what we're doing. And we're asking people to come into this platform and take a look for yourself. I don't want to speak for just for myself. I would rather have someone else come in, come into the platform and have their own opinion about it. But first and foremost, we want to give everybody an update of what we're doing. And what I can say, let me just make sure everybody's getting in here. What I can say is that from January, we've actually had folks come in, connect with us, and actually start other businesses with this type of platform. So what I want to do, it's kind of not in the right order, but what I want to do is have folks come on that have been working with DBI to give a testimonial. So I know I got Shelly here. If you don't mind, I'm not trying to spotlight anybody here. If you want to just come on just for maybe 2 minutes and just tell the viewers here about your experience with where it started, where you're at now, and what the future is to bring with your business.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Robert. I hope everybody can see me. I can't see me, so I don't know if anybody can, but here we go. My name's Shelly Deckant. The company that we just stood up is called Hello VR Plus. And we were lucky enough, myself and Thomas Canty, to partner together to bring this company into fruition because of DBI. So when COVID first hit and I started to hear grumblings that we were all going to have to start staying at home more often, as somebody who likes to network, I was looking for an opportunity that would allow me to network with people, not just through a Zoom, not just through a one-on-one conversation, but to still feel like I was in the same room with other people. And I was introduced to Robert. I understood what it was. I saw the potential for what this had to offer, and I jumped right in. And so for the whole period of time that we have been kind of locked into our homes, I've been working with Robert and Beverly and Thomas and Patty to see how we can use virtual reality as a way for businesses to not only get help for themselves, but also help other businesses out there. I work closely with Beverly and Robert in helping them get their business up and running. And through that, realized that the best connection that we would have would be if I started my own company that not only allowed me to provide virtual assisting businesses to not only people in virtual reality, but also out on the mainstream, that it would cover both sides of what we would call virtual world and the real world. We are absolutely loving what we're doing. We love being able to meet inside and actually feel like we're together with the other people in the room. And we also enjoy a certain amount of downtime in the evening, being able to go and what they call world hop, and we'll sit around a fire. And sometimes we're singing, sometimes we're dancing, sometimes we're just talking about work and relaxing. So I've really loved it. That's how we're using it. And I know there's a lot of other people on here using it in different ways. So for myself and for Thomas, we'd like to thank Robert and Beverly for giving us the opportunity to be part of this.
Shelly,
Yes.
that's awesome. So with that being said, Okay. When we first started the DBA, my message was we don't want anybody getting in the way of helping other businesses out, right? So meaning that we're going to come forward and give stories and give, basically testimonials of how your business actually helped other businesses out. And that's basically where we came about with the Digital Business International. At first, we are just thinking digital business, right? And then we realized that this could go worldwide. And then we made it international. So I apologize for the long business name, but the business name really, speaks for itself. So I do want to bring one other person on here, Patty Joe Grover, and I want her just to give her experience of when we first started. And it wasn't not too long ago that we connected, and now she's like hitting the ground running with Digital Business International and her business as well. Patty, you out there? Oh, she muted. Okay, that's okay. So we'll wait for Patty to come back. The next person I want to bring on is Beverly Zyment, which Beverly is my business partner. It was both Beverly and myself that were putting these ideas together to make a difference, make a change in the world. Okay, so the thing about Beverly, let me just say something about Beverly. It was about a year ago when I first spoke to her about virtual reality, and she didn't really understand how it would work, right? Because I really didn't understand how it was going to work. So, but it took me a while. It took me about maybe 3 months to figure out that if we lead with educating, lead with explaining how this can work in your business, I got farther down the road. So, Beverly, are you out there? Can you jump on here and tell everybody a little bit about the whole connection? I do want you to, talk about being the best you can be in this platform as well, and how it's helping your business as well.
Okay, yeah, I believe I'm on, right?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay. It's crazy because then you got all these other pieces of equipment going. You don't know if you're talking because you can't hear it in your own ears. So this is good. Anyway, thank you all for coming here tonight for this little quick preview. For me, I was looking for a way to be able to connect with people again because the majority of clients and customers didn't want to travel anymore and put their butt in the seat to attend courses and workshops, and that was a big part of my business. And when I first was introduced to Robert, that's kind of what I put out there. And it was January of this year when he contacted me and said, I got your answer. And he showed me, again, went into virtual reality, and he showed me the university. And when he showed me that stage with the auditorium and chairs, it was like, okay, I'm in. Now let's go. And one thing kind of led to another to another. And again, it's about bringing people together. And that's one thing that I have noticed in every platform that's been out there. And since this 2020 year has gone on, we have found more ways of connecting in the digital world than known to mankind. They just came out of the woodwork. But I've never seen one like virtual reality really bring people back together. I mean, in conjunction. It's like here we are, Robert and I, you're seeing us standing here on screen. We look like two human beings, and we're in a setting. And this is a setting that we don't get to do anymore. To really bounce around and go into to shows, to vendor shows, arts and craft fairs, even at the fair, any of those kind of activities have been shut down. So what does that do for us? It just kind of separates us even more. Well, in the virtual reality world, if we can bring the best of both worlds together, and that's what we're looking to do. And I know it's kind of strange and different, and the responses we've gotten from people are extreme. They're like all over it, or they're like, wow, this is like too different. So it's trying to bridge that gap, right? Bridge that gap back together, and have normalcy and fun, but most of all that connection. And that's what we're looking to do with the businesses that we're doing in here and the events that we're doing. And we're gonna just go all out with these events from now to the end of the year to really have entertainment. Give an opportunity for speakers to be on an international stage and really make their business shine. If you have courses you're looking to do, now you can bring them in a room and in a group setting, all in the same element, in the same experience, being able to connect and talk with the person sitting next to them. No more fatigue with some of these other platforms that are so much static, but you really, don't have that interaction. So there's so many pluses, and that's what we want to capitalize on. So today was just kind of an update to say, hey, we do have another way, and we want to reach out to everyone and have you reach out to everyone that you know and say, hey, why not be the first to just give it a try? It's free. Doesn't cost you anything to get on the platform, to be able to check it out and say, you know what? How am I going to know if this will assist my business or not if we don't give it a chance? Right? So any great successes in any business, in any century, whether you're back in the Stone Age or you're here in the technology world that we live in, if you don't give it a shot and go for it, you never advance. So only you can answer that question. Are you ready to take your business to the next level? Because I will guarantee that this is the wave, not of the future. It's the wave of the now. It's been going on for several years. We just didn't hear about it. Why? Because we didn't need to hear about it. And now we do. And we all know that online buying has been around for a lot of years right now and getting bigger and bigger with your Etsy stores type of things, with Amazon. I mean, my goodness, you don't even have to go to the grocery store and go shopping anymore. And that's been going on for several years. It's just been kind of reinforced and made even bigger and more awareness. So we have an opportunity here to make your business grow on all those different avenues and give you the opportunity to become face-to-face in an environment with your potential customer or client and have that connectedness. And that's what we're all about. So we hope to see you on more of these calls and actually see you in the platform and seeing what we can do to increase your business and awareness to the world in general, and bring some sanity back into the insanity. Is everyone for that?
Absolutely. So Beverly, what I want to do is demonstrate what we've been doing. Right?
Sure.
So the last 3 months, we've been basically hosting events. We've been having speakers, give their stories and give us some training and stuff, as well as we've been allowing businesses to come in and promote their products and service.
Right.
So this is just an illustration that we have right here of your booth, where you have your avatar, and I'm in my avatar right here, and I can actually be walking through this event hall, right? I can come up to your booth, and I can be talking and say, "Hi, how are you?
Oh,
What
hello.
is the Beverly Zymet Show all about?" Right, exactly.
Well, the Beverly Zymet Show is all about joining me in an interview where we can share with the rest of the world and everyone listening how to become the best you that you can be, and how it can increase your business by becoming that better you.
So Beverly, can you tell me about the Power Formula, the Power Formula book?
Oh, the Power Formula book is a book that I wrote all about helping to understand what it is to become connected in the heart and in the mind, and being able to bring that into reality, because instead of thinking with our thinking brain or feeling with our emotions, if we begin to think with our heart and connect our knowingness together with that heart-mind connection and really understand where we're coming from and the power behind the mind and the power behind your own choices, That's kind of what it's all about. So it goes into some pretty deep things. It also helps you to deal with emotions and how to disconnect from the emotions that no longer serve purpose, that are kind of ruling your life, from childhood events. So that's what it's all about.
Fantastic. And just for the viewers, so imagine your two-dimensional website becoming three-dimensional. Now you can actually let the website do the heavy lifting for your business, as well as you be in the website like you're the concierge, or you're the support, or you're the salesperson, whatever you might be, or the mentor to that client or that prospect coming by. Okay. So basically the way it's set up is everything's clickable. It's a clickable item that it could bring it to a click to action, a click to purchase. You could have your whole Amazon store behind your booth right here. But most important is that you're actually connecting with your business, not like trying to sell someone a product or service or fire hose them with all this information. You can actually let them go, like they're in an event hall, going right to your booth and clicking on whatever they want and get information. And then you're there as a systematic expert to add that extra flair. And who knows, they might say, hey, I'm ready to pick up a book right now. So here's an opportunity where you can actually, be part of the story, be part of your book, and actually tell the story about your book to that prospect. So that is just one feature that we found to be very valuable in doing these events. Other than that, I mean, I wanted to keep this really short. I do want to give Patty some time to, give her testimony of where she started with DBI, how it's working for her business, and where she's at right now with it. So, Patty, if you're there and you can turn your mic on and give a, I'm not trying to spotlight everybody here, but I do like everybody to, give a 2-minute, presentation of where they're at with DBI.
Hello, everybody. This is Patricia Jo Grover. I have patriciajogrover.com, and I am the goal achievement strategist. So with my business, I use virtual reality to help people to be able to connect what their vision is. So virtual reality can help me help them to see what it is when they have a dream or goal and connect those things into their why and their purpose. So that's how virtual reality works for me within my business. But also, I'm walking and talking what I'm doing, because with what I'm having done for my world build for myself, what I do in my own life, I am doubly creating in virtual reality. So my husband and I have a disc golf course that I am creating also in virtual reality. And we have our creative team that's helping me work on this now also. So just thinking of business, any business you can do in virtual reality. You can find a way. Now, whether it's to market your business that you currently have and get expansion to what you have for your products and services internationally, whether it be a service that you can provide or products that you can promote and get into people's hands all over the world. So I was just trying to keep it short and sweet for you guys, but it is the possibilities are here right now, right in front of you.
Thank you, Patty. Fantastic. So, and most important, everybody that's on the Zoom right here, if you want to post your email or your phone number in here, I'd like everybody, because I want everybody to be connected here, okay? And we want everybody to try this out. Of course, this is a PC or laptop compatible, or if you actually want to use a VR headset, you can use a VR headset with this as well. So with that being said, I do want to just open up the mics to everybody. If anybody has any questions, I know most of the people on this call we've already spoke to about virtual reality and what DBI is doing. We do have this 1st of October, we're going to be starting an event, our fall festival event, and we're going to go all the way to the end of the year with it. And how cool is it to have an event that's 24/7, keeps going on and on and on, And we're going to have solutions in the platform where if someone comes to your booth, they click on it, you're going to get a notification. You can actually meet them right then and there. So you have immediate connection, immediate, connection with your prospects and stuff in this platform. So another thing is this is fun. I mean, you can go on campfire, you can go to campfires, you can go sing songs like Shelley was saying. We don't want business to be boring anymore. We want to make it fun, right? How cool it'd be to actually show up to work doing this all day long and selling products and services of any business out there, your business or another business. It is possible, and it is happening right now as we speak. Okay. So with that being said, if anybody has any questions, I'm actually going to go over in the chat to see if anybody has posted any questions there, but feel free to open up your mic. We got another few minutes here. Love to answer any questions you might have, or if anybody just wants a comment, by all means. We want to, get the message out that we're going to do this event. We want max participation. We want people to try it out, right? So don't take my word for this. We want you to actually experience it for yourself and see what you think, and then go share it with other people that you might know might need help in their business, okay? So with that being said, let me go ahead and open up the mics. You can just click on your mic and start talking.
Hey, Robert, I'll share something. Hi, everyone. I'm Andrea Adams Miller. I'm an international publicist with the Red Carpet Connection, but I'm also the executive director of the Keep Smiling movement. It's a nonprofit about spreading a dose of hope to help people have, increased positivity, especially with this crazy that's going on in the world. And we're actually looking at the platform and partnering with Bev and Robert so that we can help bring our nonprofit and the message out to people in different ways. So I just wanted to put that out there so some of you who are not only using it for business but are affiliated with a movement can think of some other ways that you can utilize this space. So if you have any other questions, we're happy to answer them as well. We're still learning. When I say we, I'm also referencing Ken Rashawn. He's the co-founder of the Keep Smiling movement. And Ken, if you're available, if you're able to share anything about what you think, that how maybe we, and talking with everyone else, can help collaborate to help in this space.
Well, thank you, Andrea.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so I'm in the promotion world, and prior to COVID, we did lots of book tours as well as help promote events, masterminds, et cetera, across the United States. So we're eager to help our promotional partners get a lot of visibility and turn these virtual experiences into something that actually is very profitable and can resume the tours that we were doing before for our authors.
Awesome. Thank you, Ken. And we are excited that we're partnering up with you folks as well to make the Keep Smiling platform, keep growing and stuff. So we're really appreciative of connecting with you. And if anybody else has, if you want, we can just go down the line here so everybody gets something to say here. Whoever wants to jump on next here, tell us, what you think, how this can help your business. And if we are already doing something with you, just give a little testimonial. Anybody?
Okay, I'll go again. Hi, I'm Ken with Keep Smiling Move.
All right, that's okay.
Okay, so
So
I've
we
already
have-
done my testimonial, but just for information's sake, for anybody who has posted their information in the chat, and anybody who wants to capture that information, if you click on the three dots at the bottom corner, you can actually save the chat so that you can do it for later use instead of having to sit here and write all that information down. Just an administrative note.
And
Thank you, Shelley.
if anyone is interested in making contact with us, go ahead and leave your information in here as well. I know there's some live streaming going on out there, so who's ever watching this, if you would like to be a part of the virtual reality and DBI, reach out to either myself or to Robert. Once the live streaming gets done, there's going to be a site that you can connect with and check us out, be a vendor, be an attendee, just come and have fun and hang out. We're going to have, gosh, it's going to be a work in progress. Every week there's going to be something new and different and more exciting. So when you can start jumping on in here at the beginning of October and check it out as we go through the next 12 weeks, you'll be totally blown away. And invite your friends. You know, what better way to spend a night or an afternoon, you know, is to come into an event that you're used to going to, but you don't have to drive, you know, forever, and you don't have to lug those bags around, you know what I'm saying? But you can have just as much or even more fun. And we're going to have vendors in here, like food vendors, you know, so you can find your favorite restaurant, order food in wherever you live, and then jump in one of the little signs. We're going to have portals all over the place. It might say, you know, have lunch by the beach, and boom, you can both jump through there and you can have your food at home, but you're sitting on the beach having a conversation, enjoying lunch or dinner or whatever the case may be. So there's going to be a lot of interaction that way as well. And so it's just going to be a lot of fun. Like I said, we're bringing familiarity into it, bring a little, you know, sanity back into the insanity and chaos, and just really connect, really be back in the presence of those that you know and those that you love. And again, meet new people, right? And that's the most fun part, right? Meet new people.
So Beverly, we got Coach Webb. He has his hand up. He wants to go next. So
Well,
Coach,
go ahead, Coach.
you're on stage, good sir. And then his mic went off. Hey, hang on. Let me... There you go. Coach, can you hear us? Let's see here.
You need to turn your mic on, Coach. There you go. Oh.
Touchy.
Yeah, I apologize if I'm muting it for you. I apologize. Okay, we can hear you, Coach.
All right, fantastic. Hey, everybody. My name is Jody Webb, and everybody calls me Coach because I've been teaching and coaching in public schools for the past 19 years. I'm still teaching, but I decided to step away from the football field this year to accomplish some new goals. And one of the goals I'm accomplishing, let me just say this, DBI and this platform has completely changed what I had in mind 3 months ago. I'm still working on my coaching business as far as being a life coach. I've set up a special environment, campfire experience for men to come and talk about issues and areas that they want to have to get some help in. But what happened was when I figured out that I could apply the skills, knowledge, and experience that I had in education inside of virtual reality, boy, did things just rocket. And this opportunity is just growing and growing. It's gone beyond, well, I know it will, but it's already gone beyond what my original thought was. And this just keeps expanding and expanding and expanding. And what excites me most about it is that I believe that it is a great platform to reach special education students, to reach students who have some kind of what we call learning disability. It's just they don't learn like everybody else does. But if you like to have your hands-on type experience and experience things in the virtual world that maybe you can't experience in today's world because of the pandemic, virtual reality is where it's at. I mean, with the headset on, you get immersed, you get lost. You have no idea how long you've even been in there because it's just so real. And so I'm really thankful that I got connected to this team and I got connected to this platform, and I'm just learning more and more and more how to use it and how to benefit the students that I teach, and hopefully even, well, I know for that, even beyond that. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach. Yep. Absolutely. Anybody else that wants to jump on the mic here?
I'll just
Give us your
listen
thoughts.
first. Yeah, this is Catherine Gabriel.
Hey, Catherine.
I met Beverly at a virtual event. I believe it was in March, and we just started talking back and forth. And then all of a sudden, working with a lady whose daughter is a music artist, and it just got very exciting because she was getting big on TikTok, and as you know, there's been some changes with that platform in the United States. And they got very excited about the virtual reality. Robert and Beverly were able to put together a meeting, and it was very good meeting. And I've been learning. And I also have a friend who is in a band and does karaoke. And he and his wife have. It's been a difficult time for them economically with the pandemic. So I'm just trying to connect people and with virtual reality and see if there's a way that everybody can win using this platform. It looks amazing.
Hey, thank you, Catherine. Yeah, Catherine is one of our newest ambassadors, right? And what an ambassador is, someone who gets excited about it and really wants to go out there and share and even do a little side hustle with it, which is really awesome. So we do have opportunities, in that arena as well. But it's interesting, Catherine, because she's one that's really gone into the entertainment, shall we say, direction with the virtual reality, and it has made a huge difference in the entertainment world as well, because they're not able to go about their business like normal, right? And so this is a great platform to do it on, and to be able to have the fans pay attention. It's like, hey, we're here, okay, and again, that's part of bringing that together. And because the avatars can do all the little dance moves and everything else, right, then that is also something that is really exciting, because we can bring that all together for everybody as well, which is really cool. So why not get your little karaoke team out there, because we can do karaoke in here and it's a lot of fun, and we can put them up on a big stage. They can put their little karaoke machine up. People can come up in their avatar and sing to their little heart's content. As you saw the volume, you speak in there, you sing in there, you dance in there, and just really bring that world back together again. So it's endless what can happen.
I think Catherine probably said it the best. Everyone can win in this platform. There does not seem to be an area in the real world that cannot benefit from virtual reality.
Yeah, we're excited, like Coach was sharing about the educational part of it. That's really exciting. We've teamed up with someone who has children's books. So think about who's ever out there writing children's books and stuff. We can bring them alive in here. We can bring, kids of any ages, sizes and shapes and whatever's going on, it doesn't matter, into this world, and we can take them on field trips. We can take them on quests. It's another way of learning, and just a different way of learning. And man, I wish I had this when I was in grade school, because I sure didn't like where I was at. I'll guarantee you that one. So this would have been a lot more fun. But I guess it doesn't matter what age you are, you can still have fun in here, right? So.
Absolutely. So with that being said, folks, we're really excited to be where we're at. This was just a thought, a couple months ago, but now we're putting actually into use. And this platform that we're on, they really pride themselves with being the best event coordinators in the digital world. So you're getting the best of the best when it comes to virtual reality. I've looked all over the markets. Even the new Horizon platform that's coming out with Facebook doesn't compare with the quality of graphics that this has. Okay, so most important, if you are going to be spending a lot of time, looking at a screen, you want to make sure that you have a really high-end graphics card. You want to make sure that the graphics aren't blotchy in color, because what's going to happen, you're going to get a headache, right? So I went out, made sure that we had the best of the best on the market when it comes to something that you're going to be looking at all day long. But all I can say is, from a two-dimensional screen, putting on a VR headset, you don't have to have a VR headset, but all I can say is, once you put that VR headset on, you're going to go, wow, I didn't know this actually exists, because you'll actually be able to do things you've never been able to done before, jump over buildings, run really fast. Now, this is the thing. I've been really researching the psychology behind virtual reality, right? So a lot of people say, "Oh, I heard that you get dizzy." Well, this is the thing. Yeah, your brain's not used to jumping over buildings. It's not used to running 100 miles an hour, right? So it's going to take time for us to get adjust to this. But using a two-dimensional or a desktop, you can still get immersed into this platform. And all I can say is, when it comes to education, what is missing right now, and I've already seen it when the COVID happened, not using it as a crutch, but all I can say is that there's a disconnect in our education system now. And I know Coach is going to acknowledge me on that, because we just don't have that teacher and that student connection anymore. We're separated on the Zoom. It's like, hang on, I'm trying to touch Beverly over here, but tell you what, in the virtual world, I can go up to her and shake her hand or wave at her. Okay. And you will actually get that I call it a fifth dimension connection. Once you actually connect inside the platform, then that's the aha moment.
I have to say something there, because I was in a few weeks and Robert kept telling me, you're really going to start to feel like you're actually in there. And Robert and I were having a conversation one day, and I guess I accidentally hit my keyboard while we were talking, and it caused my avatar to turn its back on his avatar. And 5 seconds later, you promptly hear me saying, oh my God, I'm so sorry, Robert. I didn't plan on turning my back on you. And he starts laughing. He's like, you realize that you didn't actually turn your back on me, that the avatar turned its back on you. And I've had that happen a few times since I started doing it, where I've just been kind of disconnected between what was reality and what wasn't reality. So our brain is very good at filling in all of the gaps. It's quite amazing. And that was just on the keyboard. So although I own a headset, and when you put that headset on for the first time, even after 11 weeks of being on my keyboard, I still was not ready for that experience when I put the headset on. And I have very bad motion sickness, but for whatever reason, it's not something that I have a problem with in my headset, except for when I get really close to a building and I fly through a building. That is something my brain cannot accept. That is not, you're not supposed to be able to fly through an actual inanimate object, and you can feel something when that happens. So just so you know,
thank you for sharing that, Shelley. It's true. Robert built an underwater world, and you're in it, you jump in, you got your clothes on and everything. So one day I decided, you know what, I probably should create an avatar, because you can make as many as you want, that had a swimming suit on if I'm going to be underwater, right? And so the first time I did that, and we went, and I jumped off the rocks and into the water, I am not joking. It felt like I just jumped in the pool, or did jump into the ocean, and because my whole body just felt like I was soaking wet. It was crazy. It's like, wow. So you do, the body begins to shift. The mind actually begins to say, hey, this has become real. And because we're not in here in gaming, figures or half body movements, it's a full avatar format. And we're dressed, like we would if we're walking, down the street or at an event, or, wherever we're going, And so the reality,
I had to giggle at that one, Beverly, and interrupt, because not everyone is dressed like they would be if they were on the street.
That's probably true. And that's one thing we do. We have fun in here. That's, there's a time and place for everything, right? And to be able to come together and still really do business in a manner of what we're used to, and really be able to keep the mind focused, because the mind is hard to stay focused when there's a lot of static. Like where we are right now. Thank gosh we had Zoom, right? But it's all static because everybody's different, and everybody's separated into these little squares, on your screen. But everybody's background is different. Everybody's movement is different. There's so much going on in the world behind everything. But when you're in the avatar world, everybody is in the same experience, and that's what makes it real. in your and like Robert said, here you try to reach out. It's like, oh, well, he's over here, I think. Well, he's over here over there on that side in my screen. I don't know where I am on his screen because there's a whole bunch of us, right? Patty's down here below me, right? But again, we just know, but we can't reach. But in the avatar world, you can stand right beside each other, and you can actually get close enough to where you can actually even be inside each other, just poof, run through each other, and things like that. So you do have that connection. You really do have that connection. And it is a lot of fun. And so you run through a wall. Okay, that's all right. Sometimes you run into the wall and the wall doesn't let you through and you go boing, But that's what makes it enjoyable, right?
You said an important word, which is connection. And I think that's what is tough right now, is the connection. It's like, we're having these new rules of how to be connected, and it's still not connecting. So we need to bring back, like you said, some normalcy with with each other. Personally, I mean, business is probably the last thing I'm thinking of when I come into the virtual world. I want to just go and connect with people and then tell them about my business. And I just realized that the businesses that I do, my personal business that I do, I create the worlds to do the heavy lifting. So that way you're not being like a fire hose on everybody. Like, oh, hey, this is what I do. Buy this, buy that. You can just say, hey, let's go to the campfire. And then all of a sudden says, hey, what's that over there? I said, oh, that's a spinning box on, a chatbot solution that I offer. Well, I'm gonna go check it out. You know what I'm saying? So now you're not really selling them. You're letting them sell themselves on it, right? So, but anyways, I do want to thank everybody for their time, and I want to put out that the 1st of October we're going to start this event, and we're going to go to the end of the year, and it's going to be basically a 24/7 solution that you can have your business at a booth where people can come in there and click on the information, or you could be at your booth talking about your products and service to them. But we're going to have a whole bunch of other things that we're going to be doing. It's not just going to be an event with a booth. We're going to be having different worlds created. We're going to have this big, there's over 3,000 worlds right now that we can go through. I know that we're not going to get through all of them from now until then, but all I can say is that there is anything you can think of. All you have to do is put in the search there, and most likely it's going to display like Netflix of movies, and you just pick what you want and you go there. But what we would like to do is offer everybody an opportunity to actually come check it out. Until the 1st of October, we want to invite you in, so that way you can invite others in to see what we have in store for you. Okay. And if you do want to scale your business, if you do have a business and you want to grow your business, come check us out, because that's what we're here for. We want to make sure that your business can help other people out, and we want to get the word out of what you can do with your business. Okay. So with that being said, if anybody else wants, I'm just gonna, if Catherine, if you want to go ahead and stop the recording, we'll go ahead and just open up the mics and we can just speak. Anybody else that wants to jump on here, give their thoughts, give a comment, have any questions about what we're doing, we're here to answer those questions for you.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
How's this work with the virtual platform? Does someone just log in on a link, or how's that work? Or they have to sign through a portal? I'm not sure how that works.
Yep. So what I'll do is I'll actually post the link. It'll actually be to our DBI hub, our Digital Business International hub. What's going to happen is it's going to take you to get your account set up first. Once you get your account set up, then it's going to prompt you to actually download the virtual reality client to your computer. So
and Mariel, if you want to, you can just connect with me and I'll walk you through